let's get to Nikita real quick because my man.
Once she gets some flavor,
Jasmine,
we on. But
once Jazzy gets jazzy,
she just got a little. She gotta get a little jazzier.
It's my favorite Porterism.
Hey, have you guys ever seen a boring Australian fight?
If you're not a fan, I enjoy. I think she's really sharp. Sky Nicholson. Some people don't enjoy back foot all game, but I like watching her style.
I thought about Sky too because I was like, yo, this is
sexy fighting now.
Yeah,
not her. I mean, sexy fighting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Is that Shawn Porter? What? Oh, he up there for the IBF?
This kid gets rocked.
He does in the 8th and 7th, I think.
Dog, in the 7th.
Yeah, 7th. Yeah, with the right hand.
But he gets rocked in every fight.
Nikita does?
Nikita gets rocked in every fight.
He's being moved fast.
And I know,
learn on the job.
He's being moved fast. And that's something that I think the American audience doesn't truly understand. Y'all see us once we get to TV, but y'all didn't see the first 10 fights. Y'all didn't see the first 12 fights. For definitely my era. It's a little more common now to see guys in their debuts and stuff like that now, but it wasn't in my quote unquote era. We still weren't on TV till we were some substantial amount of fights. And most of our fights off air, off TV, big knockouts, first round, second round, third round, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. And you don't see us having the lessons being, you don't see the learning lessons that we have, those growing pains that we go through, but we get to see it live and in color with this kid because his last name is Tszyu. But he takes a lot of shots. He gives it back, but the thing that I'm so impressed with this dude, the 7th round looked like he was out. You saw the fight. Y'all go on YouTube and check it out. The dude is out in the 7th round.
That fight's entertaining.
The fight that I went to before that, he was out in the first round.
Oh my God!
Got dropped in the first round. I said, "Yo, this is gonna end in the 2nd round, and this is it for the Tszyu brothers. It's just gonna be Tim now." And the dude came back and knocked that guy out. Came back the very next round and knocked this dude out. So he's. I can't say he's special. I can't say he's got skills. I can't say he's getting better. I can say he got the heart, bro. Yeah. And to the point of what you just said, man, that bringing a little bit more behind that heart now.
Like Liam Paro and so many of them right now.
Add a little bit of defense, bro.
Add
a little bit of defense. That's going to push him to the next level. I don't know how far he's going to make it up there, but add a little bit of defense because definitely entertaining. That's what I love to be entertaining boxing. And from ding ding to the end, my man is either I'm going to get knocked out, you're going to get knocked out. But 10th round stoppage?
Ninth
round stoppage.
Yeah. And one thing, I've never seen this before from a ref say, fight. What he's saying, fight.
That's what the ref was saying?
He was yelling, fight to the guy, and then eventually I'm going to step in. So
I've
never seen that.
Yeah.
I'm giving you more. I've said it 5 times. Don't get mad when I jump in.
When you hear a ref say, show me something, you got to show me something. Yeah. That's the same thing. So
I like that.
Yeah, he said fight back.
Yeah, fight. Yeah. So I like when I'm jumping in, don't stop. Don't get mad. But very entertaining fight, man. Shout out to the guy. I would love to see the guy over here in the States under his brother's card.
They say he's got a little bit heavier hands than his brother. That's what they say.
Who's they?
I'm looking at them. I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't think so. But y'all know them better than I know them. Yeah. So, but that's what the word is.
Different outputs.
Styles.
Tim is very calculated. I'm not gonna waste punches like my brother.
There's definitely, you could see their father in their style, kind of like Shane Jr.
Yeah.
Like you could just see it. The genetics.
You like, that's not it, but right. I see it, you know? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, and Antt talking about the defense tightening up, and Shawn touched on it on the broadcast, and he comes straight back up sometimes, and Costa did that, and Tim did that off their pulls. And so when they're pulling, they're showing you, like, he's showing you he has some talent on defense. Yeah. He's not a statue. Yeah. He does move his head, but Shawn, you were pointing out during the broadcast, moves his head and then comes back up, almost like he's coming for water, you know. But
the other thing too, I could see. I'm sorry to cut you. But the other thing I could see, he used like 2 different styles during the fight. Hopefully you guys go see it. If not, just appreciate this. He used 2 styles during the fight, and he went away from both those styles. The first style, he kept changing his level. And I'm like, all right, cool. It's cool you changing your level, but start moving your head with that. You're changing your level, and you're becoming predictable, and you're still in line. Start changing that. So then he started to roll his head a little bit. He started to go back left and right a little bit too. That was perfect. Then he went to another style where he started moving on his opponent, and I was like, yo, that's perfect on Cohen. So that's perfect. Good movement. The kid can catch up to you. Then he let that go. So just giving you guys those 2 narratives to let you guys know, when you see a guy only in his 10th professional fight and you see him doing different things and he's going away from what's working, like what's going on, he's not conditioned well enough mentally to stay focused on the task at hand and do what needs to be done. And when you see guys at the highest level, that's what we were conditioned to do. You were conditioned to hit and not get hit, do what needs to be done, not do the same thing that we've always done. So some work to do and some growing that he's got to do. And I know everybody over there is super excited about him to end up in the same position that Tim is in. He can get there, just got to take his time.
Yeah, well, he his combined opponent's record through his first 10 fights, I think, is 74 wins, 12 losses, 4 draws.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for your first 10 fights. Yeah. Now, obviously no former world champs or champs on there, but solid opposition. One thing I was going to ask him, if we did have him on, when you check his box rec, his last amateur fight was like 2014. Doesn't fight professionally until 2022. Maybe there's an error there, some information not available. But I would want to ask him, what was that big gap between stopping your career as an amateur and starting back up as a pro? Yeah, because he's turning pro at 24. Right, which is pretty, an older age to start professional at. Yeah. On paper, in some ways, the odds are stacked against him truly succeeding and becoming a champion. Becoming professional at 24, not having an Olympic or an extensive amateur background, but he does have his daddy's blood.
Makes up for it with that.
He does have his
the blood and the name.
Yeah. But he's good. And the Tszyu boys can fight. Right now, obviously, Tim's a little bit better, more experienced and honed in.
A little older, too. So
right.
More mature.
But you do see from Nikita balls, some good power. Yeah. Southpaw, little shots that he can get out of the southpaw stance. Like, you touched on it. He moves his head, but then comes back. Okay, that could be fixed. Yeah. You're not a statue in there. Yeah. So I like him. Can they become the Charlo brothers? Can they become the Marquez brothers, the Klitschko brothers? I don't know about that. But I bet you that's something in their mind. And they're both in the same weight class. Right. So they probably, in their mind, want to dominate the division together. Yeah.
I can't imagine being brothers in a sport like this, that you don't look at the other brothers that have come before you and say, we got to do that and more, especially for both of them. Your dad's last name has gotten you to a certain point, and even within that, a lot of people are critiquing you even more because of your last name, so they got to fight past the last name, and then also I think they got to fight past the other brothers that have come before them as well.
Their dad's a hard guy to earn, to impress. Man. Eastern, he's old school Russian type. Their dad's old school. And I think that's something I know from Tim. I wouldn't be surprised if Nikita as well. I think that's partly something they fight for. They want to earn their father's true respect.
Absolutely. Granddad is everywhere with them. I mean, granddad is on their coattail, pushing them and, encouraging them and all that kind of stuff. So it's like they have an extension of their dad within their granddad, you know what I mean?
So Pop's kind of lays back, stays out the way.
You got to hunt your own food, young cubs.
Yeah, straight up. On some straight up, you hashed out the egg and you on your own.
Come to me when you're at the top of the
It's not
mountain.
my style, but I get it. That's different.
That's hard. Hey,
different culture.
Hey, I love it. I might have to adopt that in my style of daddy now.